It's time for another episode of Aiko. Last we left our heroes, Aiko was facing off a windmill while Yorda stood below. Will her daring hero come to rescue her, or will he continue to face the windy menace? Find out on this episode of Turtle Bros.
Alright, so, yeah, there we go. So it's been a little while. Actually, we just timestamped this, but regardless.
Yes, if you would like a good timestamp for when we're recording this episode, yesterday, Justin Trudeau elbowed somebody. Fuck.
Oh, you didn't fall all the way. Oh no, you died. Yeah.
So Justin Trudeau elbowed somebody, and we'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a second. Cut. Welcome back, everybody, to Aiko. Nolan and I were just discussing the existence of God, because what the fuck else are we going to talk about?
I mean, we might as well.
We brought up the topic of Saint Anselm, who had an interesting proof for God during the Middle Ages. Okay, am I not? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Woo!
There we go.
All right, we're back on track. So,
Excellent.
Saint Anselm's proof for God is why is there a save couch up here?
Probably because you have to get Yorda up here somehow, and then
Oh, right, I see.
yeah.
Saint Anselm's proof for God is okay. So the premise is that God is perfect in all measures, in all qualities. That's what he says. Making another bridge, and Saint Anselm posits that. Oh no. Oh, right, I remembered. St. Anselm posits that God, one of the qualities that God would possess is existence. And since he's perfect in all qualities, he would also be perfect in existence.
Yeah.
He uses a lot of weird wordiness there. Oh my god. It scares me every time.
Well, it's a good thing you were
Like, the God who is greater than all, but essentially that's what the argument boils down to.
Yeah, I believe the specific wording of the argument is something, along the lines of God is a being of which a greater cannot be thought.
Yeah, a greater cannot
and so
be
therefore, because he is a being which a greater cannot be thought, one of the qualities he must possess is existence, because otherwise he's not greater.
What the fuck,
Yorda? Yorda's very interested in not going this way. But yeah. So yeah, the basic thing is that because of the description we have of God, if God is according to that description, he therefore must exist.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry, just seems a bit bizarre.
Well, there's always like there's the classic island objective.
Yeah.
Objection that was contemporary to Anselm, where they're like, imagine a perfect island. This island has to be perfect in all qualities, therefore this island exists, and you could really posit that anything exists through that lens. And I think even at the time people were like, yeah, that's bullshit, because
it seems a bit bizarre that God exists because God exists.
Yeah.
And that's just
Thomas Aquinas had a much better objection anyways, or a better argument anyways, and that was like I think only within 100 years of Anselm, because he did the ontological argument.
Yeah.
Which is like all things need a purpose. First of all, he did the classic Aristotelian, like, all things must have a beginning, therefore God began them, etc., etc. But the one that he's famous for is all things must have a purpose to strive towards, and God is the one that gives purpose, or directionality, which I think is interesting, and which didn't really have a solution to it until Charles Darwin came along with The Origin of Species.
Yeah. So, in either case, I just find the attempts to solve it is just a bit of a problem, just in general.
Okay, this one we can't run from, so,
Well, Well, somehow they haven't managed to grab her yet.
So yeah,
Alright.
maybe we should have saved the philosophy talk for this segment, because
Yeah.
it's going to be a long one. Maybe we can run.
Awesome.
Get away from her. Okay, Yorda, come on. Let's see if we can't leave and come back and they'll be gone. Yorda!
Gerda, come on.
Yorda!
Gerda's just...
Excuse me.
What? There's a door here?
Ah, fuck. Oh, okay. It worked.
Oh, okay. So when you leave the room, she can climb up
No,
there.
no, they're still here.
Oh,
So
well.
we gotta get through this, because otherwise they're gonna keep going after.
Yeah.
Oh. No, okay.
Well, that was easy.
Guess I just had to return to the pit. So, yeah, we're probably gonna have a lot of discussions like this on this show, because...
In all honesty, how
else
much
are we
else
gonna
are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having a nice springtime so far.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
Okay, we gotta get Yorda up here.
Yeah, which means that we have to get that one
Oh,
door.
I remember this one. This
Yeah.
one had me stuck forever because I just could not make a connection in my brain. And this is the first time I had to use a walkthrough. So I can call Yorda over here.
Oh. Oh, that door opened.
Yeah. I call her through while I'm on the button.
Get off button.
And I believe there's a button here that opens up.
Well, that's some fairly well hidden buttons, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, the buttons aren't the problem. Yeah, actually, you can figure out most of this stuff by experimenting around, but there was one thing that just... You'll see in a second that got me stuck.
Alright.
Oh my god, my hash browns are coming up. I'm sorry, listeners. You have to hear these disgusting fake hiccup noises. Whew. You know, my dad has a... I'm getting, like, a condition that my dad had.
Oh.
With his stomach, where, like, if you eat too much, like, oily, fatty stuff. We call it pterodactyling.
Oh.
Because... Can I climb this pipe?
Well, it looks like something that you might be able to climb, but I don't know.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah,
there we go.
Where after, like, we'd go to dinner with him, and after every meal we'd be sitting and talking, and he'd suddenly go, like, without warning, be like, "Bah! Bah! Bah!" And, like, just keep doing that. We always thought it was hilarious, but my stepmom used to get really angry. Now my dad's figured out his diet a little more, so he doesn't do it as much, but I'm starting to get it. So I'm going to be pterodactyling a lot.
Alright, so...
Okay, so I think I just need to make this jump. Woo! Look at that sweeping camera angle. And this is where I got stuck, because it took me fucking forever to figure out I could do this. Apparently, well, the depth of this is just right,
For you to...
that I can pull her out. And I had to look this up in a walkthrough,
No.
because, like, it doesn't look like you could, right? Look how deep that is.
Yeah. But apparently, your arm is... You're just...
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can see, like,
just long enough to...
this game requires, like, a lot of critical thinking and evaluating the situation, but sometimes you just need to fuck around until you figure it out.
I mean, yeah.
But I like games like
That's
that.
how some puzzle games work,
Yeah,
to be honest.
it's just a different style. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I actually find it more rewarding than, you know, Sudoku or something. Now we're in now we're in an enclosed cavern.
Alright.
We get to go up in an elevator. We're going up the elevator. We're going up. Going up. We're back in the... You know,
Back in the other castle area.
back in the day, and you know, before computer buttons, before computer buttons. Can I not? Come on, I can reach that. I go. Come on. Ah, okay. You know, they had the guys in the elevators.
Yeah.
That. That would, you know, they'd hold on to levers and be like, 5th floor, going up.
Yeah. In some ways,
I miss those days. Oh.
Well, I
Something
don't
down here.
particularly miss them as much because, albeit I wasn't around for those days at all.
You weren't?
But no, I wasn't born yet. So, but I just think that it would be a little bit of tedium, because you have to go and tell the guy what floor you want, then you have to wait for him to flip the switch.
Yeah, but that's just what makes it fun. And, you know, it'd be like the bellhop, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
5th floor? All right, we'll get you there.
Yeah.
And they'd all
Just
talk
add
like
some-
this, even though this wasn't a real accent.
But it just adds a little bit more tedium to actually just going
Oh, yeah.
places in some ways.
God forbid you have human interaction with somebody in an elevator.
God forbid.
Can you imagine being an elevator operator in the 1930s and having to hold in your farts all day? You'd get out on
That
break
would
and it
be
would just be a continuous stream.
Just the storm in
Or
the break room.
You would like strategize so you would fart right before the doors open,
And
and then
you can just blame it on the other people.
that left, yeah.
And our video cut out.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we'll be back in a second, folks.
We'll be back.
Well, we only lost like what appears to be 30 seconds. All right. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Well, welcome back, everybody. It is, we're back with Aiko after that technical difficulty. It is the next day. I'm in my pajamas with Nolan, and we're gonna finish this fucking episode for you. I played back all the way to here, and now it's time to finally face our fears and move the box.
Move the box all the way over to that switch we saw earlier.
Move the box.
Move the box. Move the box. Move the box. Move the box. Move the box.
Yay!
Yay!
And now it's time to fight some shadow creatures.
Oh. All right. So
we're back. What were we talking about? We were talking about 30s elevators, man. I
Yep.
kind of lost that tangent now.
I'm probably. So let's talk
Yeah.
about how those guys are clearly unfair because they can just fly up.
Unfair? Because they are incorporeal, but they're still hurt by my wooden stick. Which would imply, where the fuck?
Where did... Wait, is there a portal further over that way? Maybe?
No, it's like she's not appearing. What the hell?
Gorda?
Camera's not panning to her. Okay.
Oh, well.
What just happened? We...
Okay. So we'll be back here after a small delay.
Yeah, well, it's okay. We're right here.
Alright.
I
won't take
this
us that
restarts
long.
us from there. All we gotta do is move around again. Sorry about that, folks. What just happened?
I don't know. They just whisked her away.
They whisked her far, far away. Okay, I guess we gotta be on our guard here.
Gotta be very careful.
Because Yorda will get whisked otherwise. Speaking of whisks, I made banana pancakes today.
In all honesty, those seem to be really amazing.
Yeah, they are really good. They're very easy to make. If you want to make it at home, it's literally just 2 eggs and a banana. Put them in a bowl, mix them up like an omelet till all the chunkies from the banana are gone, and then you can just pour them out onto a skillet or whatever and make yourself pancakes. It's like it's that easy and delicious. The only problem is they're not as they don't stick together as well as pancakes. So you gotta be really careful when you're flipping them. It'll take a little practice because you kind of have to. Well, you gotta be careful. You gotta like put your spatula under them and make little creases and then lift it up. But once you do, it's delicious, and otherwise it's super easy and fast to make. You can make it with your kid. You can make it with your grandpa. You can make it with Justin Trudeau. You can make it with Sonic the Hedgehog. And it's fast, so he's like, Sonic speed!
It's always delicious.
I made these pancakes faster than you can say Sonic speed! Come on, step it up!
Alright. And we'll store that recipe down in the description for all you fine folks who just want to save it.
Recipe? It's
Yeah.
2 eggs and a
I know!
banana.
I know, it's still a recipe.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
That one's right out of Mom's cookbook. Okay, so this time, let's
Alright.
be a little more cautious. Yorda, let's lead you over here. Let's make sure I don't get knocked down by any of these guys by becoming overzealous. It looks like there's only 2, so as long as
Yeah.
I don't let this one carry her away, it should be okay.
Should be perfectly fine.
Come on.
So,
There we
one
go.
small detail that I noticed while we were running over here was on those bigger ones.
There's
you can-
horns.
Yeah, they've got horns. So maybe,
Oh,
this is
no.
just speculation.
No, 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 no. Ugh! Ugh!
Excellent.
It's
No carrying her away to that random spot. So basically, maybe we are also destined to become a shadow creature.
Okay, seriously, where the fuck is he carrying her? All the
Over
way
the
over
wall.
there?
Beyond the wall? There we are.
Ugh.
Alright, so it's right by the safe cache.
But like, I was holding down R1 and the camera wasn't panning there before,
Yeah.
so I had no idea what was going on.
That's really wonky.
I'm making up excuses, but really, I'm just incompetent. Please don't hurt me. Okay. We got this one last guy.
And one last
And then we can finally save and put this episode to a rest.
Or maybe, wait. Maybe the reason that they all have horns is because only the horn children are brought here. And therefore, these are just...
These are horn children that have
That's-
become servants because their souls have been whisked away by the witch. Could that be it?
Could that be? Maybe.
Hey.
We won't find out until the end of the... Until closer to the end of the story, probably.
Come on, take a seat, Gorda. It's finally time to end this episode. We
All right.
waited more than 24 hours to end this episode for you, but now that time has finally come. It's time to save and continue into Ico Part 6 soon.
And by soon we mean right now.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
See you later.